Happy weekend, everybody. Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. And I hope wherever you are, the weather is treating you wonderful. Again, welcome to Lifeline with Liz, where everybody and anybody are welcome. This program, this broadcast is not to judge, is to inspire. So please, as you are watching this, as you're joining us, please don't forget to share. Visit our website www.lifelinewithlist.com. So we want to hear from you. What is your opinion? What do you think about the program? How do you feel? And what impact has this program have in your life? Listening to it, sharing it would be really appreciated. Again, welcome to Lifeline with Liz, and I hope everyone is enjoying their weekend so far. Today's topic is our topic is building personal resilience. Building personal resilience. Building personal resilience is the ongoing capacity to adapt to changes. What do you need resilience for? What is going on in your life? What needs to change? Like children now, it's very difficult for them when when it's time for them to go out, especially when it's time for them to move out of their parents house, when it's time for them to start, to go from one school, like say somebody from my school going to college. So, building resilience, determination is the ongoing capacity to adapt to changes in your life. Some people, it might be marriage that didn't work out. How do they, and they'll be in that marriage for what? 10 years, 50 years, 20 years, but all of a sudden the marriage, how do they adapt? In order for them to adapt to that changes. So building resilience is to be able to adapt to changes that is going on in your life. Things that unexpectedly happen. Sometimes when we expect it to, and when it come, it's difficult. So it's like building resilience is the ongoing capacity, the ability to be able to adapt to changes, recover from hardship. Your business didn't go right, to recover from hardship. That's what building resilience means. What do you do? How do you recover? What do you do to recover? What is needed to recover from the hardship that you're going through, that you're being through, and grow through adversity? I always say on this program that we as human beings, we have to evolve, because the way things are last 2 years ago is not the way they are here now. The way things were 20 years ago. So, being able to, go through your hardship, being able to, grow in the adversity that you're going through, in the changes that are happening. How do you grow through it? What are you doing? So building resilience that's what, those are the things that you need to be able to go through, to grow through adversity, to be able to overcome, to be able to get to the point that you need to be able to adapt to the changes in your environment, changes in your marriage. Some parents, when their children, when they leave the house, to let them they move out, they go to college, or they move to another city. Sometimes it's so difficult, not even for the kids, but for the parent, because you see, that's where we, even as a parent, you need to build your resilience to be able to adapt to that change that's going to happen in your home, that change that's going to happen at your job, the change that's going to be happening in your relationship. When you start dating somebody, that relationship is not going to stay, dating. It's either you break up, after a couple of years, or you move to the next step. So building resilience, be able to adapt to changes. Like, okay, if this thing is not, if something changed, if something needs to be moved, if something needs to, so it's being able to adapt to it. That's what building resilience means, to be able to adapt to changes that are happening in your life, to be able to grow through adversity that you're going through adversity that's happening in your environment, in your school, in your home, even between parents and children. To build a strong support. You see, building resilience is to build a strong support of network, trusted friend. You see, it's very difficult, we as a human being, because sometimes things that we believe we can do by ourselves, we need someone, so build a strong support network, trusted people, family, to share feelings, and to practical solution. So you see, sometimes we need help. We need someone to be there for. We need someone to talk to. When we are going through things, see, that's why a lot of people these days, they think therapy is bad. It's not bad. I'm being honest with you. It's good, because sometimes there's so much that we bottle up in, so much that we can't share because, we're so afraid of the judgment. We're so afraid of what people will say. So build, in order for you to be able to build resilience, in any situation that you're going to, you need to first build a strong support of network, people that you can trust, people that you can talk to, people that you can tell your feeling to, that they will not judge you. They will not judge you. They will not look down on you. Okay, like Lifeline with Nista, you see, we are here to inspire. So you want people that will inspire, people that will understand what you are going through, people that are able to see things at least from your point of view. So why the changes is happening. So build a strong support network of trusted friends and family to share feelings and find practical solution. So they say, two heads are better than one. You see, the thought that you have by yourself, without someone to share it, without someone to say, okay, am I in the right path? Am I thinking the right way? Is this the way it's supposed to be? So it's not, see, no man is an island. So building resilience means that you have, to build a strong support of network of people that you could trust, people that 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 they're not going to judge you, people that just because telling them your situation, they're not going to broadcast it, they're not going to make it into a storytelling situation or a way to connect to other people. Prioritize regular sleep. You see, sometimes when we are going through things, our mind is so full, it's so occupied that even when we are supposed to be sleeping, some people, you're laying on the bed and you thinking you're sleeping, but your mind is constantly working because you have not turned off the engine. So prioritize regular sleep, because it's not easy when you're going through any situation, when you are going through changes, when adversity are coming your way. So you have to first, prioritize sleeping, getting enough rest, good nutrition and physical movements. You see, when things happen or sudden changes happen in our life, we get into depression mode. We don't even want to do anything. We don't want to think about it. We just want to, it's like, why is this? Sometimes, what you are going through, you are not the only person that is going through it. And thinking about it without any solution, without having the network that you need, you're just going to hurt yourself. You're hurting yourself emotionally, you're hurting yourself mentally. So prioritize sleeping. Make sure you have a regular sleeping schedule. It's not, I know it's easier said than done, but have a regular sleep schedule. Take nap when you need it, because when your mind is constantly at work, even your body cannot rest. Mentally, you cannot think right, because if your mind is constantly on a wheel, on a hamster wheel, thinking continuously, and there's no peace, there's no rest, you're not giving your mind rest, you're not giving your body rest, it's going to affect you. Then you cannot build any resilience when you're tired, when you're weak, when you're what is going on with your body. Because when our body is not in a good state, then how will our mind cannot even be in a good state too. So prioritize regular sleep, good nutrition, eating well. Some people, when they're going to, it's like when they have a deadline, they're constantly, they think they're like a machine. They're running, they're doing this, they're thinking about it, they're going there, and they forget that, one thing, they need to eat. Some people don't even eat. People will say, oh my God, I forgot to eat today. How do you forget? Because you have not make it part of your daily habits. You do even just a little bit, something that will give you the fuel that you need to be able to build the personal resilience that you need to continue in the journey that you're journeying. Because when we don't take care of our body will break down. When we don't take care of ourselves, we have no use to ourselves, talk less of being used to the people around us, or to be able to achieve anything. So prioritize good nutrition, eating regularly, eating good food, and physical movement. Some people, when things happen, when sudden changes happen or sudden situation happen, like someone died, thank God, thank you that you sleep well. That's part of what you need, to sleep well. When someone did, something that they're not expecting just suddenly happened to them, they give up. They have low self-esteem. They don't do nothing. I'm not asking you to go and join a membership. I'm not telling you to start running, 10 miles. Even just a walk around the block, a walk from one street to the other, just to keep your body in good physical shape. Walk around. Sometimes even when we are sick as we have, we have like, cold or something like flu. Sometimes you need to get, force your body to move, because once our body is going through changes, when our mind is going through changes, it's very difficult. We don't want to do anything. We just want to lay around. We just want to dwell in whatever we are going through. Dwelling in that situation is not going to make it change. It's not going to turn it around. But you need to make sure you take care of your body physically. That's your mental well-being. You're taking care of it. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to Lifeline with Liz. Please don't forget to share this program with your loved one, with your friend. Don't forget to share it on your page as well. And don't forget to join us, on our TikTok every Friday at 3 p.m. So, make sure you take care of your body. I'm telling you, see, when we don't take care of our body will not take care of us. It will break down. It's like someone driving a car. You've been driving your car for how many years? You're driving your car for 10 years. You don't take it to mechanic to even do a regular oil change. What do you think? Even 3 months. Let me tell you something. When you don't take care of your, the things that you're using, it's not going to give you the same value that you need from it. So, make sure that you take care of your body, your physical way. When you know it's too much, when you're overwhelmed, you see, one thing about our body is like our body let us know when we're doing too much. Our body let us know when we're not giving it what is needed. So take care of yourself. Building resilience is taking care of your physical health, because when you are good in physical, you'll be able to sit down and say, okay, when your stomach is filled, when you have enough sleep, then you'll be able to say, okay, one thing, wow, while I'm resting, this idea came to me. Okay, this situation that didn't happen, these changes that suddenly come, you'll be able to think how you can how you can have solution to what you are going through. And notice unhelpful thinking pattern. You see, that's the thing. You see, when something happens to us, let's say our marriage didn't work out. Let's say something happens, somebody dies, or a loved one died, or maybe our part, the relationship that we thought is going to be, a very fruitful relationship, end abruptly. So, they will start thinking negative. When you start thinking negative, you're not building resilience. You're downing yourself. You're putting yourself down. You're hurting yourself. Not only are you hurting yourself physically, because anything that happens to us mentally, trust me, is going to manifest into physical, whether we like it or not. So notice unhelpful thinking. Quickly cut yourself up, because before anybody notice anything about you, you yourself notice that something has changed. You yourself knows that, you used to wake up, in a joyful, you used to wake up with a smile. Because of the situation that you're going through, you wake up depressed, or you don't even get out of your bed at all. You don't eat. So notice unhelpful thinking that will continue to repeat. I know, stop replaying the situation that happened. Stop replacing the adversity that you're going through, because you see, we put every situation that happened, we put it on replay, and when we put it on replay, we're not helping ourselves. We're not getting a solution to replaying it. Because you see, when you replay the hurt that you went to, every time you replay it, you're only damaging yourself little by little. Because the more you replay, the more damage you become, the more hurtful. Because it's like someone, somebody, you cut yourself with a knife, and every time you look at it, you keep on tapping it. It's not going to make it heal. It's only going to make it stay longer. It's going to make you hurt more, because you are tampering with it. So, refrain from negative thoughts. I'm telling you, what happened is not your fault. Even though if it's your fault, you're a human being. We are built to make mistakes. We are created to make mistakes. You see, but making a mistake does not mean it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean you're not a good person. So refrain from negative. Building resilience means refrain from negative thinking. Why me? It's because I'm a bad person. Who say you're a bad person? One person's opinion does not justify 20 other people out there, or thousands of people out there. So, no, first of all, reframe. Change every negative thinking that you have. Change it to positive thoughts in your mind. Replace them with realistic. You understand? Look at it from different view. You see, sometimes when we're in situation, it's hard for us to see beyond the box that we have put ourselves in. So come out of the box and look at it. It's like, okay, If this is not happening to me, if this is happening to somebody else, how will I live? Be realistic about it. Stop, beating yourself up. Stop, stop thinking, oh, it's because you're a bad person that this is happening to you. It's because you're not good that this is happening to you. So, look at it realistic and balance perspective, because sometimes we judge ourselves. And being honest, we don't give ourselves enough credit, especially when situation happen or something is happening in our life. We don't give ourselves enough credit. We look at it like, it's because I did something wrong that happened. It's because I didn't work hard enough. You can only work to your capacity. I'm telling you, you cannot walk to someone else's capacity. If you try to run somebody else's race, you're going to fall because you are not somebody else. So, look at it, balance from balance perspective. Like, okay, this is me. Okay, what am I capable of? I'm being realistic. You are building personal resilience for yourself, for your journey, because this is your race. You're not racing with your neighbor. We're not racing with your sibling. You're not racing with your partner. You're not even racing with your spouse. This is your personal race. You are building personal resilience. How do you do? Don't judge yourself based on somebody else thinking or what somebody else feel about you or how they think you should feel about that. I know a lot of parents who's like, look at your mates, look at your friends, especially when our children make, some tiny mistake, or maybe, they have like a bump in their career. So you yourself, you as a child, you as the children, look at it from, balanced perspective. Like, okay, this is my journey. This is what I'm capable of. You are building this personal resilience for yourself. So how do I go from here? What is the next step that I need to take for myself? Not based on what my mom thinks, not based on what my dad thinks, or not based on what my uncle thinks, because, especially in, our, in a foreign country, you have everybody that wants to tell you, this is what you did wrong, this is how you should do it. No, this is on you. So this is on you, not on them. So look at it from balanced perspective, not because they think, oh, this is what you could do better. Let me tell you, that situation, if it happened to them, I'm sure they won't be able to do as much as you have done. So building personal resilience means that looking at things, don't be too hard on yourself. Do not be too hard on yourself. Everybody will make mistakes. Everybody is allowed to make mistakes. That's why we are human beings. That's why we're not angels. That's why we're not gods. Because we are human beings. So everybody is allowed to make mistakes, and everybody will make mistakes. And just because we make one mistake does not mean you will not make another. Because you're a human being. We have our flaw. So accept that change is a natural part of life. A lot of things that happen in our life, or a lot of things that we go through, is because we refuse to accept it. We refuse to just say, oh, okay, you know what, this is just a bump in the road. This is just something that this too shall pass. We hold on to it for so long. So accept that change is a natural part of life. Okay, how many of us that when we were 2, we stayed 2 up to now? It's not possible. So things are changed. We are going to evolve. So when things change, let's look at it as, this is part of life. This is natural order of life. Things will change. Things are moving. Okay, in the 90s, how many cell phones was out there? In 2000, there's so many there's IA, there's AI, whatever. There's so many things out there. So what I'm trying to say is, like, accept changes, grow with the changes. That's building personal. You grow with the changes. You evolve yourself. You don't down yourself. You don't accept that, okay, this will not, I will not make it. Okay, how if you are putting negative thoughts into your own mouth, into your own head, then how do you want to walk towards positive? How do you want to build resilience? How do you want to make it? How do you want to grow with the changes that is going on? So accept that changes is part of natural life. Things work out, things don't work out. Business work out, business work out. Relationship work out, relationship don't work out. But that does not mean it's the end of it for you. That does not mean you're not going to you're not a good person. That does not mean you will not succeed. That does not mean you will not survive. So setback look at setback as temporary. No condition is permanent. I'm being honest with you. You see, when you are building personal resilience, you have to understand that no condition is permanent. You understand, okay, it's a hurdle that we are going through in life. You know, we go from one step to another. We're not, you know, the okay, 40 years ago you were younger. Now it's 40 years, so you're older. So which means with old comes wise, you're wiser. So look at it like that. So, you know, don't look at setback as temporary order. That's something that you will overcome. It's just a setback. Don't look at it as the end of the world. Don't accept it as, because when you accept it, you cannot build personal resilience. So don't accept it as, oh, the end of the road. Don't accept it as that's what you are, because 10 years ago that's not who you are. So why should you be like that 10 years now? So look at it as, you know, look at setback as a hurdle that you, these two shall pass, these two you will overcome, and focus on meaningful goals. I know we, you know, we get distracted a lot. When you are building personal resilience, you have to focus on the meaningful goals, things that are important to you, to Uno, not to everybody else, not to people around you. It could be a hobby, you know, or it could be community roles that give you a clear direction, because it's not easy. It could be, you know, some people, they find this, they find the meaningful, you know, the meaningful goals among, you know, you know, like churches, you know, like mosques, like temple, even in schools. But this is what you need to focus on. This is for you, things that is going to benefit you. Focus on meaningful goals, things that you are pursuing. Okay, you know one thing, I want to be a lawyer. How do I go about being a lawyer? If you need to talk to people around you in your community, find out what you need to do. You know, what school, you know, how do you get into the school, what application do you need? So focus on things that are meaningful to you, things that at the end of the day you'll be able to pat yourself on the back that, you know, one thing I did well. Does not mean you're not going. See, building personal resilience means you focus on yourself, focus on your journey. Because one thing I always let us know, that this is your journey. Even when you are twins, you are not the same person. You cannot walk your journey of life based on your twins. You cannot walk the journey of life based on your partner, your husband, your wife, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend. You see, because you have to focus on a meaningful goal for you. This at the end of the day, that 5 years from now, you'll be saying, you know one thing, because of the personal resilience that I built for myself, I'm able to achieve it. You're going to be able to sit back and say, you know one thing, it's because I have focus. Because when you lose focus on things that are important to you, guess what? You miss it. That's when you end up in depression. That's when you end up in, when you end up stressed, because you are running someone else's race. This is your goal. This is you building personal resilience for yourself. So you have to know that things will happen along the way, along the journey of your life. But you have to have resilience. The say that, okay, you know one thing, I must get to where I'm going. You're not in the race with your neighbor. You're not in the race with your sibling. You're not in the race with your spouse. You're not running with anybody else. You're running for yourself. Because so you have to do it in the way that is going to be satisfied, that is not going to damage you mentally, that's not going to damage you spiritually, that's not going to damage you physically, that's not going to damage you in any way at all. Because when you don't do it in the way that is going to work for you, you will always return to square one. I'm being honest with you. You will always return, because you are not doing it at your own speed. You are not doing it for yourself. You are doing it because you are doing it because of somebody else. You are doing it because you know what somebody else is thinking. That's so. But building personal resilience means that you are doing personally. You see, that's the word, personally, for yourself, for your life. You see, the reward that comes, the reward might not only be for you, but if you include other too early in the journey that you're journeying, if you're not asking people that, oh, you know one thing, it's because I need someone to help. You can ask for help, but don't depend on them to make the decision for you. Do not depend on, because you have to focus on meaningful goal for yourself. Their journey is not your journey. And at the end of the day, the reward, you get the benefit of it mostly, not them. If it's left over, they might reap the benefit of it. But you have to know that this is a personal, you are building a personal resilience for yourself, so that you don't continue to make the same mistake over and over again. You don't continue to fall over and over again. You don't continue to blame yourself for things that are out of your hand. things that are out of your hand. Because that's a lot of things that put us in depression, that stress us, because it's not something that we plan, it's not something that we want, but it just happened. So but when changes happen, when adversity happen in your life, okay, fine, it happened. Then you move on, you build your personal resilience to build yourself up. You see, okay, if you are walking on the street, you fall, are you going to stay down? No, you're going to shake yourself up, you're going to clean up your clothes. If you can't wear that clothes anymore to where you're going, go back home, fine. That means you start the journey over again. That's what building personal resilience means, that you are willing to adapt, you are willing, you're not giving up, that you're not giving up, that you know one thing, you're not accepting that condition, you're not accepting the situation as permanent. And when you don't do it, when you don't accept it as permanent, at the end of the day, trust me, you will find your purpose, you will find yourself, you will get to where you're going. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please don't forget to share this program. Don't forget to visit our website www.lifelinewithliz.com. Visit our, if you have something, you have topic you want us to talk about, send it to us, and share this program with your friends. Share it on your Facebook. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok. So if there's something that you wanted to talk to us about, send us a direct message. We'll be glad to talk to you. And I want to hear your comment. What do you think about today's program? Our topic today was building personal resilience. What is your opinion? What do you feel about it? And is there someone around you that this topic will help? Someone that need that encouragement? Because we are here to inspire you, to encourage you that even though this life is not easy, but you can make it. You are built for a better thing, and you will make it, because I am sure of that. So whatever faith you have, whatever you're going through, whatever faith you have, hold on to it. And whatever you're going through, no matter how hard it is, this too shall pass. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again the same time next week at 12 noon New York time. Please, from everywhere that you're joining us, please, don't forget to share our program and keep our time. And if you have any question, please send your question. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, send it. And as I'll be signing off, I'm putting into the hand of your creator that everything that is giving you, that is making you to doubt, that's making you think you're not going to make it, I pray that thing right now, the solution that will give you the confidence to say, one thing, you will overcome. Heaven will grant it unto you. Your creator will grant it to you. Every door that has been closed, the power of God in you will open that door for you, and you'll be able to testify. Again, happy weekend, everybody, and I will see you next week at the same time. Bye.